Hey, we're Danny and Brenna, and we are in Venice, Italy, so come and spend the day with us. So we got up pretty early because it is hot and we have a lot to cram in today. We went and got breakfast. We went to this cute, like, little locals place where you just stand there at the little glass counter, you drink your espresso, and you have a pastry, and it made me feel like such an Italian lady. Then we went and looked at the Rialto Bridge. This is actually the oldest bridge to go over the Grand Canal in Venice, which is a pretty cool fact. Then we went and got lost in the alleyways. There's so many beautiful churches that are free to enter, so we went and had a look at a few of those. Then we headed down into St. Mark's Square and looked at St. Mark's Basilica, which is like the famous one. Honestly, most beautiful building I think I've ever seen in my life. I looked at it and I genuinely said, wow. And I would say I'm quite hard to please when it comes to really cool looking buildings because I've seen quite a few. And that one actually wowed me. The line, though, to get into it and to have a look at the inside was wild, and it was really hot, and we weren't willing to wait in the line. So we went up to the bell tower instead. It was only €10 each, and these views, look at them. I don't think they could be beat. We got 360 views around. We could see the basilica from the top. We could see the square. We could see all the water. We could see some of the alleyways. Honestly, really, really cute. Definitely recommend it. Then once we finished there, we carried on walking. We stopped and admired all of the gondola riders for a while. It blew my mind how they could get down them alleyways and not hit into each other or anything. Like the way they can steer them when it's so busy. Wow, don't know how they did it. Then, of course, we had to have an ice cream break because we're in Italy, and an Aperol break. Our ice cream was like the best ice cream I've ever eaten as well. I hate when people say that in videos, but honestly, that actually was the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. Then we went and found the €1 wine. I did get a 3 times the size serving, so that was actually €3, but still, you know what I mean. Then we headed to St. Sebastian's Church. This one cost us $3.50 to get in, but honestly, so worth it, and all the money goes towards all the other churches in Venice and like the restoration and stuff, so definitely worth paying for at least one of them to, feel like you've contributed. Then we went down to St. Maria's Basilica. This one might have been my favourite on the inside because it was the only one I went into. And there was also a lady playing an organ, and the acoustics in there were amazing. Then we got the public ferry down the canal, so it made me feel like I was on a gondola, but it was a tenth of the price. And that made me feel bougie. Then we went for pizza for dinner.